Well. It sure has been quite some time since the last time I did any video that didn't pertain to DuckTales, but thankfully I had some time this week to finally get into something new. So let's begin. First things first are indeed about the Owl House's recent leaks for the 11th episode, aka the first episode of Season 1, Part B. However, I'm sorry if I disappoint anyone by saying this, but you guys should already know that I'm all about supporting the official release of media. But most of all, I personally like to do my analysis videos when everyone has already had the opportunity to see the episode and whenever the quality is better. The good news to take from this is that at least we know now that the Owl House will be releasing soon. I still believe to this day that the leaks are a way of promoting new soon-to-be-released content to the public. It is a great way to get people to start discussing it, like me, and a cheap, effective way, to be honest. I mean, Disney. It was aired in Turkey. How come YouTube's copyright hasn't restricted them? Also, this dude would have the name Hot Pot. And like I had mentioned within another video about the potential release of the future episodes, I'm confident that it's set to premiere after DuckTales has had its 7th episode weekly run. So now that I've gotten that finally out of the way, we definitely need to discuss about this interesting theory. Let's begin. Today's theory comes from a fellow theorist by the name of Skylar Oaks 03 about the Palisman, the Bat Queen, belonging to the bones of a giant creature seen within the Boiling Isles. Now, if you're sensitive to a bit of anatomy nightmare fuel, then I recommend that you listen to something else. But in the meantime, what if I told you that it wasn't a coincidence that the entire scenery and landmarks are covered in cluttered body parts? Well, you should already know where this is going. In episode 2, towards its ending, we were given somewhat of a hint of what to expect in this show. That being how the Boiling Isles is described to be stinky, including a town by the name of Bonesborough, giant eyes placed in certain areas, and much more. Now, just coming from this evidence, you can probably already tell that this entire landscape is not just the corpse of one giant, but many others most likely. However, the one that we will be focusing our attention on is this one, where clearly we are capable of seeing a full scale of a giant skeleton, including a face, a bent leg, ribs, and theoretically other body parts scattered throughout the land. And just like what Skylar Oaks 03 mentions within his or her theory, this would come out as the perfect size for being the master of the Bat Queen. There was even a slight subtle clue within the 10th episode where the writers were probably giving us the audience a hint to think about Bones as the three adventure their way through the forest.
Wow, I keep stepping on a lot of crunchy twigs.
Those are Bones, Willow.
Not if I never look down.
And now if all of this does miraculously check out in the end, the follow-up question would probably be, did the owner truly abandon Yi-Yi? I swear I didn't intentionally mean to make that rhyme. And to that I would say there's not exactly enough evidence to conclude with this. She didn't even remember who she belonged to, let alone if she was actually abandoned. She does mention within the reveal that she was broken and discarded. However, once again, we don't know for sure if she was purposely left behind. Just coming from my perspective, almost anything would have happened, but if this is her original owner, he or she looks as if they were in battle and ultimately fell to their death or on their back in the end. And lastly, if this is an unclenched hand in the background, would it be interesting if the last thing this giant was holding was a magical staff? Once again, thank you Skylar Oaks 03 for the input of today's noteworthy theory. There are much more videos to come out. It just takes me some time to do these days, so yeah. But before I end this video, ladies and gentlemen, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the astonishing response and viewership you all have shown me these past couple months. Now, YouTube apparently has been giving less to creators due to the COVID outbreak, most likely due to the sponsors and advertisers dropping out a bit lately. But I don't mind, it's not just about the money, people. I really wanted to see you all subscribe more, and boy have you all helped. Thank you once again for participating in another The Next Big Thing video. And I will gladly catch all of you wonderful people in the next one. Peace!